Coffee is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world. It can be hot or iced. You can also mix it with a variety of ingredients that creates different flavors. You can mix it with heavy cream, different types of milk, flavorings. You can also mix it with alcohol and many more. So there are two common types of coffee beans, which are Robusta and Arabica. Arabica is known for its smoother and milder flavor, while Robusta is stronger and more bitter with earthy and woody notes. When it comes to caffeine content, Arabica has less caffeine than Robusta. Robusta has higher caffeine content that contributes to its more intense and bitter taste. The coffee market broadly targets anyone who drinks coffee, but it can be segmented into various subgroups. The subgroups are often based on factors like age, income, lifestyle, and specific coffee preferences. There are many causes that can affect the coffee supply and demand, like the climate change, extreme weather, labor shortages, growing production costs, etc. The changes in their demand and supply can affect its price.
So, ang coffee ay isang sikat na inumin na iniinom ng maraming tao araw-araw. It's made from brew coffee beans and is loved for its energizing effect and flavor. So, pwede siyang inumin as black, with milk or ice, kaya swak sa kahit anong trip ng mga tao. Also, coffee is popular among students, office workers, and young professionals. So, madalas itong makita sa mga cafes, convenience stores, at kahit sa bahay. It caters to all classes. May instant coffee for daily use at may special brews para sa mga coffee lovers. Also, so yung coffee is naging popular siya dahil sa effect niya na nakakagising at nakakapag-focus. Over time, naging parte siya ng lifestyle, lalo sa mga taong laging on the go or mahilig tumambay sa cafe. Until now, coffee remains a daily essential for millions. Also, the demand is getting high because dumadamin ang mga coffee shops at mga delivery options. So, coffee culture is now part of our social life. So, naapektuhan din pala ang supply dahil sa climate change, kaya na lang ng ulan, init, tagtuyot, it affects coffee farmers. Also, tumataas rin ang gastos sa production at labor. And pag konti pala ang mga supply pero mataas pa rin ang demand, tumataas ang presyo. Pero kapag naging sobrang mahal, bumababa rin ang demand. So kaya nagkakabalance din ang market eventually.
This influence of factors necessitates a proactive approach to ensure the long-term sustainability and affordability of these beloved beverages.
So, based sa Philippine coffee market, ito ay inaasang magkakaroon ng iba't ibang growth rates mula 2025 hanggang 2029. So, ibig sabihin, hindi consistent ang bilis ng paglago nito kada taon. Simula, ang growth rate ay nasa 11.66%. Sa 2027 naman, lalakas pa ito at aabot sa 14.26. Ito ang pinakamataas sa growth rate sa panahon na iyon. Pagkatapos ng 2027, medyo babagal ng kaunti ang paglago na magiging 9.89 pagsapit ng 2029. So, pinapakita nito na kahit pabago-bago ang growth rate, malaki pa rin ang potensyal ng coffee industry sa Pilipinas, lalo na habang naging mas advanced ang mga teknolohiya sa bansa. Ibig sabihin, habang tumataas ang demand at nag-i-improve ang technology sa Pilipinas, mas lumalakas din ang competitiveness ng local coffee industry natin sa Asia. So, base sa PSA, from April to June 2023, tumaas ng 1.8% ang coffee production sa Pilipinas. Mula 2.72, naging 2.77 thousand metric tons. So, Robusta ang pinakamaraming na-harvest sa type ng kape na may 58.7% ng total production. Ang top 3 na coffee producing regions ay ang Varm, Sorsogon at Davao region na bumubuo ng halos 72% ng buong production ng bansa. Pero kahit tumaas ang ani, bahagyang bumaba ang lawak ng taniman ng kape. Mula 111.39 naging 119,000 hectares lang.
The coffee market shows strong projected growth from 2025 to 2029 with a forecasted increase from $139.4 to $203.1 million, driven by a 9.7% CAGR. This is represented by a consistently upward trending line graph indicating a healthy expanding market.
So, base sa mga datos, coffee remains an important part of the Philippine economy and culture kahit na bumaba ang local production nitong mga nakaraang taon. So, the supply is struggling to keep up with the demand. Sa kasalukuyan, nasa 25,000 metric tons lang ang taunang production habang demand ay higit sa 100,000 metric tons. So, dahil dito, naging net importer na ang Pilipinas ng bulk coffee para matugunan ang kakulangan. Also, despite this, tumaas pa rin ang demand at ito ay dahil sa mga sumusunod na factors. So, lumalaking population o the country's growing population of over 110 million, a steady 2% annual increase in coffee consumption, the rise of coffee shop culture, and increasing disposable incomes which makes coffee more accessible to a broader population. So, bukod pa rito, ang domestic demand ay tumataas ng 8 to 10% kada taon. At ayon sa projections, ang coffee market sa Pilipinas ay maaaring tumaas ng 14.26% pagsapit ng 2027 na nagpapakita ng positive growth trend. So, the Philippine coffee industry is experiencing growing demand but the supply is not enough to meet it. Ang demand ay tumataas dahil sa urban lifestyle. Mas mataas na kita at coffee culture, ngunit ang production ay mabagal ang pag-angat at ang lawak ng taniman ay bumababa pa. Kung hindi ito maaksyonan, mananatili tayong dependent sa imported coffee.
In this generation, coffee can be helpful for staying alert, especially for those who work on a night shift. Caffeine can provide a temporary boost of energy, but it should be used cautiously. It can make them hard to fall asleep and also can lead to anxiety. We should consume coffee in moderation. It can also improve one's mood and reduce the risk of depression. Coffee can help its producer to gain profit since it is widely known in the world. Different country offers different flavors and uniqueness of coffee. It can be profitable, especially with effective management and operational efficiency exists, but it also depends on its location and menu pricing. The good news about coffee and tea is their ingredients are cheap and you can make a margin of up to 95% per cup.
Creates a great opportunity to invest local business, remains profitable to meet this growing demand, and the coffee business remains profitable despite challenges to climate change and farmer support issues, increased local production.
Sa tingin ko, the coffee business is still profitable. Pero may mga challenges tulad ng climate change at kakulangan ng support para sa mga local farmers. While the demand continues to grow, the supply can't always keep up, kaya this opens a good opportunity for local coffee producers to improve productions. Also, hindi na natin kailangang umasa sa imported coffee. Mas maganda kung dito pa lang sa Pilipinas ay mapoproseso na natin ito. Pwedeng pagtuunan ng pansin ang ways to increase harvest at mag-offer ng unique coffee varieties na makaka-attract ng more customers or even sell online para mas malawak ang market reach.